Good morning. This is Mrs. Chandana Santosh Nirali from Food Chemistry and Nutrition Department, KKWA College of Food Technology, Saraswati Nagar Campus, Nashik. Under course number FCN 123, course title Human Nutrition. Today I am discussing regarding types of malnutrition. Malnutrition is a state in which a prolonged lack of one or more nutrients retards a physical development or causes specific clinical disorders. For example, iron deficiency, well known as anemia, iron deficiency, well known as goiter, etc. Definition: malnutrition is an impairment of a health resulting from a deficiency, excess, or imbalance of nutrients. Types of malnutrition: it is basically two types: undernutrition, overnutrition. Undernutrition again categorized as undernutrition, marasmus, kwashiorkor, marasmic kwashiorkor, adult malnutrition, micronutrient malnutrition. Overnutrition categorized as overnutrition, overeating, bad dieting, micronutrient poisoning. Undernutrition definition: a state wherein adequate nutrients are not delivered to the cells to provide the substrate for optimal functioning. Undernutrition occurs when insufficient nutrients are absorbed by the body. This can refer to main nutrients such as carbohydrates, fats, as well as proteins, and minor nutrients such as vitamins and minerals. Undernutrition affects all age group people in both developing as well as developed countries. Undernutrition is often a direct result of starvation as seen in developing countries. Those that are affected worse by malnutrition in developing countries are children under the age of 5. This is because children of this age require lot of nutrients not only to grow but even to build up immunity against diseases. Marasmus. It is one of the protein energy malnutrition that affects children under the age of 1 year. Marasmus is comes under PEM category. One of the main causes of marasmus is the inability of the mother to breastfeed, either because she can no longer lactate, means she will be unable to breastfeed, or because of lacks nutrients too. The child then consumes little or no food, leading to minimal caloric intake and total lack of energy as well as protein. Sometimes marasmus is also caused by metabolic and genetic problems which hinder the body ability to absorb nutrients. As a result, the child no longer absorbing the required intake of nutrients, the body will automatically break down and consumes its own tissue, fat, and muscle. Marasmus will at first lead to wasting, that is breakdown of the muscle as well as fat, and if sustained to stunting. If sustained to stunting means if it is prolonged, it leads to stunted growth of the child. Marasmus is also known as a dry type because the child in this condition will be very thin in appearance and the body fat will be very less than 5%. Almost half of the deaths of the children under the 5 in PM affected countries are from marasmus. Symptoms of marasmus: loose folds of skin, slow heart rate, low blood pressure, drowsiness, irritable, big appetite, disproportionately thin body, disproportionately large head. Kwashiorkor. The word Kwashiorkor comes from an African word meaning first child, second child. That means actually whatever the age difference kept in between first child and second child, it leads the kwashiorkor condition of the first child. Kwashiorkor is a type of malnutrition that affects mainly younger children aged between 1 to 5 but can affect all ages. The main difference between kwashiorkor and marasmus is calorie intake. Marasmus is characterized as a minimal calorie in protein and energy intake, whereas the kwashiorkor on the other hand is characterized as minimal protein but with an average calorie intake. In other words, kwashiorkor is a protein deficiency disorder. Kwashiorkor is also referred as a wet type of malnutrition because of the edema, that is an increase in fluids within the body which leads swelling appearance of the body parts. One of the main cause behind kwashiorkor is weaning, that is feeding of the infants. The mother's milk usually consists of many vital nutrients such as amino acids which are the building blocks of protein. The diet of starch is moderate in calorie intake but lacks vital nutrients. This imbalance in protein is more profound because of edema. Generally, in poorer countries, the people will unable to purchase a high protein rich diet, so they will be opting the starch richer food. Obviously, they will be fulfilling their calorie requirement but unable to fulfill the protein requirement of the children. Symptoms of kwashiorkor include discoloration of hair, diarrhea, stunted growth, edema, vitiligo, spots, skin irritability. Marasmic kwashiorkor, it is combination of marasmic as well as kwashiorkor symptoms as the name implies. Persons affected by this type of malnutrition are characterized as having some fluids, that is edema, but also more body fat than those affected by marasmus. In marasmus condition only 5% body fat exists, but in this condition a bit more fat will be absorbed. Next category, adult malnutrition. Undernutrition in adults is caused by lack of protein and energy. However, their reaction to malnutrition differs from children because of their metabolic rates, physiology, and mature development, among other factors. Micronutrient malnutrition. Micronutrient malnutrition is often referred to as the hidden hunger because of its nutrient deficiency. These are vital micronutrients such as vitamins as well as minerals which are needed in small quantities to enable healthy body functions. That is in milligrams, micrograms, likewise levels. Lack of essential micronutrients lead to health problems, and the effects may combine with existing health problems to devastate the body. Next category, overnutrition. It is one of the biggest problems now facing the developed world. In countries with growing affluence, there has been a shift away from traditional foods to processed foods. Obviously, lack of time and busy schedule, people are going for processed food than the self-own cooking foods. Overnutrition occurs when the body absorbs too many nutrients. Overnutrition can be caused by changing metabolism, unbalanced diet, overeating, micronutrient poisoning, that is excess micronutrient intake. Overeating is a serious problem in the developed world. Overeating can be caused by many factors, psychological and physical. Overeating leads directly to excess intake of nutrients, and this often leads to overabsorption, which can have severe health implications. Next category, poor diet or bad diet. It leads to overnutrition. Two major factors contributing to this are poor choices and fat diets. Poor choices in food selection can lead to the imbalance in the types of food consumed. This usually characterized by low vegetable or fruit consumption and high processed food or meat consumption. Fat diets are of equally great concern. Increasingly, there are diets in developed countries which make promises of weight loss. Generally, nowadays people are having different means they will be over consuming foods, and later they will be concerned about their weight which is gained by imbalanced diet. So they will be opting some of the products which are lacking in proper nutrition. Unfortunately, these diets are usually lopsided in nutrient balance. Obviously, it affects us, it will be having side effects, even though it leads to fatal of the person, that is death of the person. Last, micronutrient poisoning. In developed countries, some of the foods are particularly rich in a micronutrient. In processed foods, there is a special concern. Sodium is nothing but our common table salt, is often in excess in processed foods because of its properties as a preservative. While sodium intake is necessary, but excess consumption obviously dangerous. For example, a daily requirement of sodium is around 1500 to 2400 mg, whereas a burger contains around 1000 mg. That is 50% of our daily sodium intake will be fulfilled by having one burger. Whether the person stops by having one burger, no, obviously he will be going for more food. Along with general food, he may go for some more junk food which are also rich in sodium. So be wise to reduce consumption of processed foods to avoid such a micronutrient poisoning. Thank you for listening. A note: malnutrition eradication is everyone's responsibility as citizens of democratic country. So save food, don't waste food, instead serve the hunger. Thank you very much.